What's it like to compete in a truck and tractor pull? Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
When the hook drops, you don't have no friends for about 20 seconds there. Everybody's on their own. But when they back up, take the hook off, everybody's friends again.
You worked all week, now it's time to go. So you truck it on down the road. You've got lots of thinking to do, so you drive in kinda slow. Will that new turbo work? Will I win the big check tonight? Now they're flagging you in, dropping the hook. Are you ready to go? Everybody's got something that makes life seem worthwhile. You got yourself a problem, it's your pulling desire. You're hooked on dirt, hey, hooked on dirt, baby, hooked on dirt.
Taking a cue from his own philosophy, Kenny Powell decides to drop the gloves and drop in on a rival, Scott Thomas, who specializes in restoring early model trucks from the West Coast, hence the name Rust Free Classics.
Come on in.
Hey, Scott.
What's up, Mr.
What's going on?
Good seeing you, buddy.
I come up here to the big pool tonight, and I told you I was going to come by and check your
it out.
place out.
Just take it easy on me tonight, will you?
Scott, maybe 20 feet.
Oh, really? It's about
Hey,
par.
I want to see what you got here, buddy.
Basically, we bring in trucks from the West Coast that aren't rusty. We don't do a lot of restorations, but we do them on occasion. We more specialize in more of the original Survivor patina type trucks. Aren't you wanting to talk to me about that fire truck of yours?
Yes, I do. I bought this fire truck from a little fire department there in Oldham County. It's a nice truck. My wife loves playing with it, driving it, kids, grandkids. So I just want to check with Scott here, maybe getting it, restored a little bit. So I want you to look at it, appraise it,
Okay.
see what it would cost me to get it, all built back up.
If he wants to restore it back to like an original truck, it's going to be a pretty big endeavor for him. I don't know if he quite knows how big a piece he's biting off here. Now, if he wants to leave it as a fire truck, we got a little more leeway. Are you wanting to leave it as a fire truck, or you want
Probably leave it as a fire truck and bring it all back and have it repainted. I mean, everything works on it. Still got the red lights, siren,
siren work?
got the winch, it's got the pump, everything still works.
You might want to do an appraisal first, just to
Yes.
see if you can just sell it, or see if I might want to buy it
Right.
for you, and then
And see what it would kind of cost, what it would cost to have it all restored and fixed too. I mean, that's what you do, right? All that, okay,
Yeah, we can do it all.
okay.
Yep.
And how long, what's your time frame on stuff?
Probably need to talk about your budget a little bit first, because if a guy's trying to keep it on the down low, then it takes a little bit longer. If a guy's willing to step up a little bit, maybe he can get ahead of somebody else in line.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, wouldn't be a good time for you to maybe look at it for me?
I'm gonna have some poles down your way, so probably just when we get a pole that's down near you, it'd be the best time to just sneak over there.
I can just drive it to one of the closest pools.
Well, that's even better, because then we know what runs and drives if it shows up, right?
Is this your biggest garage you got here, just 2 stalls?
Yeah, we do the work gets done here. We keep all of our tools and stuff, and torches. We keep a lot of our clutter back in that room, and then on the other side of the building is where we store everything. But with the lift and everything, we can get some work done here. We're not a big operation. I think we can handle what you need done. I'm not worried about that. Depending on when you do that truck, if you want to make it showroom new, you can deal with like LMC truck and get you all kinds of, new pieces.
I just mostly want to get it touched up. I mean, the truck's in really good shape.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably take it in a week, maybe 2 weeks.
It's not quite that simple. You're like a lot of our customers. I think it's just that quick, But it takes some time. These trucks don't fix themselves, and they need a lot of nitpicky things that just,
Right.
they'll nickel and dime you time-wise more than money-wise. But I've got a lot of original parts over there, so if you want to say, Scott, man, my door panels are a little bit cracked, I've got that. Your dash pad, I got dash pads. So it's pretty much up to you. Once I see the truck and you decide what direction you want to go, then we can sort of sit down and start, penciling out some numbers.
Now, what are you going to be doing to this truck? This is, what is this, an old,
It's a 79 Cheyenne Blazer with the Bonanza package. Pretty neat with air conditioning, and you know, that's original paint you're looking at there. I mean, there's some road rash and some chips in it, but I mean, it's a pretty proud piece. And this thing probably from here will get exterior detail, underhood detail, you know, some more interior work. Check all
do
the
you
lights
do all that
through it.
yourself, or do you have somebody come in and do all your?
Now we do the interior work ourselves. We try to do it as much as we can in-house. Now,
Oh, okay.
the actual paint work we do send out because I don't do paint and body in-house, but I've got a top-notch guy.
Okay, everything looks good, Scott. I'm going to head back over to Fairgrounds, get the tractors unloaded, and get ready to kick some butt tonight.
What?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't drive all the way up here to go by class.
Yeah, but this is my hometown pool. You guys should just show me some favoritism.
All right, 18 feet then.
Oh, I got a tractor to get ready too, you know. He starts talking price with me, and depends how hard he is on me tonight, you know. If I put the 18 feet on him, then I might be a little bit experienced. If he puts it on me, then we might have to get our money back for the restoration.
All of which is coming up next. Hooked on Dirt is being brought to you by River City Truck Parts, the heavy-duty parts you need when you need them. And by Oldham County Tourism, 3 bourbon brands, horse farms, and 30 trains a day. And by Switzerland County Tourism, we live it, you'll love it, visit SwitzCountyTourism.com. And by Bubba Burger, you'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba. The next stop in the pulling series, Franklin, Indiana, is also the home track for Ron Mitchell, our stalwart Alice Chalmers fan, and we're about to find out why.
Ron.
Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Well, I got your text. You know, I'm a little slow on responding, but what were you talking about this historical tractor? I thought you built this thing, man.
No, I wanted you to see if you know where it come from.
Like I said, I thought you built it. I mean, I know it was an old farm tractor.
Right.
I thought you restored it. No?
No.
What's the trick?
We put a new chassis under it and stuff, but you know who had it originally?
No. What? You got pictures of
Pictures?
it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I know my tractor pulling.
You know your
history.
tractor pulling.
I don't. Oh man, that's
This
it's
one's
the
the Indy.
That's Indy Super
Indy
Pull.
Super Pool.
I know that tractor. Whose was it?
How about Dave Chrisman?
It was like a Grand National champion.
It was a light super.
As one of the original lightweight super stocks throughout the country. How did you know it was his? Did some flim-flam man say that this was Chrisman's tractor? How in the heck would you know?
No, I grew up-
When did he stop pulling it? Like 81?
88. I found out today is 88.
Wow.
They sold in 88. No, I grew up with the boys, and on the bell housing, there's a NTPA number that they had when it was
Yeah,
White Super.
yeah.
And I went to a lot of states trying to find the right tractor, and finally.
Different states? Where'd you go?
When I left Edinburgh, Indiana, Dave Chrisman had it. He went to New York, and then from New York, it went to Nebraska. And I went a couple places in Iowa. The guys said that it was the right tractor. But when I got there, I could tell
From looking at the bell
by the
housing
fenders that weren't the right one.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, the bell housing stamp. So I finally got to Nebraska, and it was it. As soon as I walked in the barn, and it was kind of an odd deal because it was supposed to be the complete tractor, turbos, injection pump.
Yeah.
It was a diesel. When Dave had it, it was a diesel.
Yeah.
And we've changed it to alcohol.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing I come home with was the old frame rails in the rear end.
But that's the tractor part. That's what it defines. a
Right.
tractor,
It had been
so-
blowed up, and the block was separated. The head was gone. The injection pump was gone. Turbos were gone. So what I got was frame rails and rear end. That's what the original.
Brought it back to life. Now you're going to give me something to talk about to the fans tonight, Ron.
All right, we're good.
Man, we ought to see if Dave Chrisman could come out to a pool sometime.
Okay, I think he will. I talked to him today, and he said maybe when it cools off a little bit, he'll tell us the history on it. I mean, he bought it new.
man.
He was telling me about going to the county fair when it was brand new, and then the next year they went back with a turbo, and then the third year is when they quit stripping it down because
they
they
started
would strip it
Superstock
down.
pulling.
Yeah, they would strip it down. They'd play with it at the county fair, and then they would go back to farming with it. They done that 3 years before it went to a light super.
Well, you're giving me a ton of info. Thank you, man. I want a copy of them pictures.
Okay, that's good. All right,
I'll see you, Ron.
All right.
And on the other side of this historic tractor, someone's playing a game with Ron.
Hey, what's going on here? What?
Whoa, buddy.
Hey, I'll tell you, are you sponsoring me? or what?
Yes,
Yeah,
I am
you are?
tonight. If I go before Ron, and if I make a good pass, I can tell him, you know, the tractor and the pictures and stuff, it's going to help him. So I just kind of want to play a little head game with him tonight. because we're here in his hometown. I thought I'd put a little class on there with you.
A little glass.
Yeah,
it's
baby.
the wrong color.
It don't matter, it's okay.
You always touching people like that. What?
A little bit of luck there, buddy. I mean,
So what's this one? Huh? What's this one?
well,
So 2 sponsorships.
Yes.
That ought to get me an engine then. The first one was for the new tires. See, they're getting a little wore.
yeah.
You think they need to stay there?
I do tonight.
I can't believe he had the nerve on my pretty paint, and he put that old blue paint and red paint on there. I can't believe he had the nerve to do that. You told Thomas you was going to beat him 18 feet, so what? I'm going to get you 20?
No, I'm gonna get you by 16.
Good luck. I'm not going to tell him what I've done to my hitch because I'm trying a few things and I think it might work. And his is kind of like mine, and I kind of changed mine a little bit. So I'm not going to tell him until I run it what I done.
He hasn't even seen the real good stuff up there yet, so we'll just see what happens.
You know, I don't know if you knew this, Mike, but Kenny came up to my shop today, and he came in there talking smack like he was gonna put 20 feet on us tonight.
Oh, good luck with that. I mean, he hasn't been paying attention lately, has he? He's clueless.
He'll catch up.
He'll catch us. That's right. He'll catch us.
Let the games begin. Despite dominating early in the season, Pro Street Diesel driver Clint Corwin now has upstart Austin Falks to contend with, and Kenny's not the only one playing mind games.
What's up, Slick?
Not much.
Well, congratulations on your win Saturday night.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I won one last weekend, and I plan on winning again tonight. It's killing him that I'm winning, and him being the expert and all.
You got it all figured out now?
Well, I think so. I'm not real sure.
He did win Saturday night, but when you cheat, you get better odds of winning. You know, if I run the illegal turbo he was running, he wouldn't have been out in front of me. I congratulate you, but you know, a blind squirrel can find a nut every now and then.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out tonight.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's more in these trucks than horsepower. It's driving ability. And
he does think he's a great driver, but I'll show him a thing or two this evening.
Meanwhile, a familiar face is checking out rumors in Superstock two-wheel drive.
Hey, get your nose underneath there. What are you looking for, boy? You looking to see if I got that hydraulic hitch in this truck?
I was trying to look and see if they've been telling me something about your hitch raising, and I was trying to check and see if it is.
Well, if it does, well, I want you to figure out for me how I'm doing it.
Why, just kind of checking out what I had to run against tonight. The little story about his hitch raising, I kind of looked at it there a little bit, but I don't really believe his hitch raised right there, what I saw. I did see a couple hydraulic lines in there. It might have been a fuel line, so, you know, I have to look at it a little closer, I guess. We'll see how he runs tonight, and then we'll go from there.
It ain't a hydraulic hitch in it. And they all keep me having hydraulic hits, and now they're choosing the tinted window stuff. They got a rule, if you drop a weight, you get disqualified. I do, Nancy does, anybody does.
That's real glass there. That come from the factory. That's what they're supposed to have in them, not plexiglass and not tinted.
The rules say no tinted windows unless it's factory tint. So that Lexan is bought smoked. Yeah, so I guess they thought we put it on there. So we told the official that night, go scrape it, go do what you want. You're not gonna get anything off. You're not gonna peel anything.
I think they done give her a warning last week or something about tinted glasses. She should have changed them this week. If she goes out there and wins tonight and got tinted glasses, they need to throw her out.
So they did the old po-po rule. They put the driver's license behind it and they could read it, so we were good.
That's just something they wanted to nitpick me about, and then that's just the way it goes. But we come out legal, and they want to say something about Nancy having the door, but they didn't realize it already had escape hatch in the top of it.
Yeah, I'd like to run a whole season with them guys. They probably wouldn't like me at the end of the year.
Time now for Pro Street Diesel action, the 2.6 3.0. You know, these may look like ordinary diesel pickup trucks, but there's absolutely almost nothing street legal about them except maybe the wheels and arguably the smoke. Four-wheel drive trucks, usually Dodge brand. These bad boys are about as high performance as you can get. Clint Corwin, the Dilligas. Our first puller right here, we told you earlier what Dilligas stands for. 328.15 feet. Wow, that really sets the mark to beat. Here comes Grady Perry. You met him earlier. He has the Dodge pickup called Ramrod. Grady and his wife Amanda, the last 2 times out, the truck had technical difficulties, which caused him to do restarts. This time he does go full pull at 307.29 feet. That's still not enough to beat Clint Corwin with the 328 feet. Now here comes the young upstart. Smooth character is Austin Fulks. Austin's from a small town in central Kentucky called Crittenden. He's the son of the Battle of the Bluegrass official and sometimes puller Kevin Fulks. Austin will pull 330.91 feet to take the lead away from Clint Corwin. Let's take another look at it right now. As you can see him busy at work right there in the cockpit, steering the powerful 4-wheel drive Dodge down over 300 feet. And of course, that makes him the winner.
Well, it really felt good. I mean, we had to baby it out of the hole. We came off about 3,500. It went to about 48 when we got on the throttle, and it packed 48 all the way to the end. And I don't know if the motor's hurt or what, but it's not cranking over right now, but we got the W. Yeah, I guess they're starting to take me serious now that I'm doing pretty good.
So let's take a look at the way they finished up. Congratulations to young Austin Fulks as he puts Clint Corwin down in 2nd place.
Hooked on Dirt is being brought to you by River City Truck Parts, the heavy-duty parts you need when you need them. And by Oldham County Tourism, 3 bourbon brands, horse farms, and 30 trains a day. And by Switzerland County Tourism, we live it, you'll love it, visit SwitzCountyTourism.com. And by Bubba Burger, you'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba.
We continue on now from the Johnson County 4-H Fair in Franklin, Indiana. Our next class is the Superstock 2-wheel drive. Now, this Superstock 2-wheel drive truck class is certainly one of the most popular truck classes. These bad boys run Mountain Motors 600 cubic inch V8 engine, and first up is the black gold entry of Travis Coomer. You're riding on board with him. He sets the mark to beat at 304.26 feet. Now Kevin Wilson will be up next with the Doggone. Remember, his wife Nancy Wilson, also a strong contender. The Wilsons hail from Versailles, Kentucky. Kevin on a great pull. He beats Travis Coomer's time by just over a foot, 305.74 feet for Kevin Wilson. James Harden, the arch rival of Kevin Wilson, and the Wilsons will be up next with the high voltage GMC truck. They're out of Cox's Creek, Kentucky, representing the Chevrolet brand. Way short, 294.15 feet, so Kevin Wilson will still be the leader in this class. But Joe Harden will be coming up next in the Moonshine Mini. Now this is normally driven by Jim Harden. Joe driving it this time. Let's see if he can beat Kevin Wilson's 305. Oh, he's on a great pull right down the center of the track. Yeah, 316.73 feet for the Moonshine Mini to take the lead.
Guess what? The Wilsons, you saw the Doggone ton of people.
Here comes Nancy Wilson, the She's Country. She's plenty tough, beautiful truck, the flashing red lights in front. Kevin and Nancy Wilson have already effectively used their Fords to control the class. No, not this time. Nancy a little short at 313.07 feet. So here's the way they finished up. Joe Harden wins the class. The Wilsons are second and third. Travis Coomer comes in fourth. Up next, the Light Limited Superstock tractors. These are farm tractors converted to high-performance pulling machines by implementing many high-end racing products. And our first puller, Brad Powell, the Cut Loose. Brad and Kenny Powell are father and son team from LaGrange, Kentucky. You're on board with Brad right now. as he sets the mark to beat at 302.64 feet. Kenny Powell will be up next. That's Brad's father. He runs a Ford New Holland tractor called Out for Revenge. Beautiful custom paint job. You've seen that in earlier episodes. Down the center of the track, wheels high in the air. Kenny on a great pull, yeah! 312.07 feet to take the lead away from son Brad. You can see the alcohol flames right there spewing out of the exhaust pipes. That's a normal situation, nothing wrong. Scott Thomas will be up next. He calls it till the money runs out. This is a big one for Scott Thomas because it is almost a hometown event with a lot of fans rooting for him. He hasn't won an event all year. The pressure is on. No, sir. Not tonight. 296.71 feet. Kenny Powell still the leader. Ron Mitchell and his Alice Chalmers, another rival of the Powells. This is also kind of a hometown event for Ron and his historic tractor. The Alice Chalmers bouncing up and down the center of the course. Not enough. 304.46 feet. So Kenny Powell beats out his rivals. However, to take a look at how it finished out, the Powells ended up in 5th place and 8th place. That wraps up another edition of Hooked on Dirt. Join us next week when we return to River City Truck Parts in search of a missing semi-puller.